Hello everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. It really feels like the year of agents. Everywhere I am observing agentic frameworks, agentic tools and agent powered LLMs popping up. In this video we are going to have a look at yet another agentic framework called as AgenticBench. We are going to install it locally and then we will see how it works. This framework primarily introduces a multi-agent AI framework where agents autonomously plan, execute, and refine workflows in real time, making automation more intelligent, adaptive, and API driven. There are few key capabilities which this agentic framework offers. For example, it offers multi-agent collaboration with autonomous reasoning for complex workflows. So, in other words, end-to-end AI task orchestration. Plus, it also supports retrieval augmented generation or RAG, and I believe it uses Llama Index for that. Plus, you can also use it as an API for workflows where you can deploy intelligent process automation as RESTful APIs with one-click integration. There are a lot of other features which you can find in their GitHub repo, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Let's try to get it installed and we will see how it works. Before that, let me also give a huge shout out to our very good friends at Mast Compute who are sponsoring this VM and this GPU for this video, which is NVIDIA RTX 6000. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description and you can check it out with a discount coupon. Okay, so you can see that I'm creating this virtual environment with Conda to keep everything separate. So let's wait for it to get created. Shouldn't take too long. And while that happens, let me also introduce the sponsors of the video who are AgentBot. AgentBot lets you effortlessly deploy a personalized knowledge bot across platforms like Discord, Slack, and others. It is ideal for open source tech communities and startups that provide user support, and I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Next up, let's git clone the repo of AgenticBench. That is done, shouldn't take too long. And then we just have to set the environment. They have provided a sample environment file which I have renamed. Let me maybe I'll just open it in my VS Code. That will be easier to look at. And this is how this environment file looks like. Now this is where you can set your model. So for example, I'll just be going with this GPT-4o from OpenAI, which is a paid model. So for that you would need the API key and you can get it from platform.openai.com if you're following along, and then you can just set the base and all that stuff here. Once that's done, you can just go with rest of the stuff. For example, if you want to do RAG, you would need to go to Llama Cloud and get their API key. I already have it, so I'm just going to put these two, and I will also just put this GPT-4o. So what I'm going to do, I will just remove all of this value. Instead of that, I will just put in GPT-4o, and rest of it I'm just going to leave as is. So let me set my API keys and then I will go back to my terminal. So I have saved my file. Next up, I'm just going to give permission to the Docker socket file. Now this is the good thing about this project is for installation you would just need to use Docker, and I'm using a recent version of Docker, and the first time when you install it you need to set the permission just like I did earlier. That's a one-time exercise. If you don't know how to install Docker, just go to my channel, search for the Docker. I have done a very easy to understand video on Docker installation. So I'm assuming you have Docker installed. Simply from the root of the repo you can run docker compose up. It is going to download and build that Docker image. This is going to take a minute, so let's wait. And you can see that there are 22 components there. And there you go, the application is all running and good. We can check it out on our local system. For the front end, you can simply go to your local host and then run it at port 3000 as we saw in that output. And that is the front end. Looks quite good to me. The GPT-4o model is already connected, as you can see. And you can also access, for example, the bench, the API through at port 8081 or agentic browser at port 8000. And then you can just start using this. For example, you can use different pre-built agents as I mentioned earlier, orchestrator, web agent, and file server, RAG, and all that stuff. And you can build your own. Now, building your own agent, they also have listed in the document. That is bit of a taxing process, so I would highly suggest them to make it better, because you would have to create a class and do a lot of stuff there. So hopefully they will improve that. Now here you can provide it a goal. For example, I want to ask it, make me an itinerary from Sydney to, maybe I'll just go with, so I'm simply asking it to make me an itinerary from Sydney to Melbourne for a 18-year-old backpacker with little budget. So let's run it to see what it does. And it seems it has started this orchestrator agent, but it is not moving forward. Because if you look at this diagram, this is how it is supposed to be working. We have given it a query, then it is initializing, and then orchestrator should generate a plan, and then it should do the agent selection. It could be web agent, RAG agent, or whatever agents we see here on the right hand side. And from there, it should do some work there. But as you can see that it is just stuck here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to refresh it. I'll maybe give it another task. I'll say create me a Python program to add two numbers, just to see how it works. Because so far it's not even moving beyond that orchestrator, taking long time. I mean, if I do want to do the agentic work really, I could just go to playground at openai.com and do this stuff. So let's wait for it, what this AgenticBench is doing. Again, orchestrator agent has been initialized. It is going to hopefully auto select this coder agent on the right hand side. Because if I click here, I don't see any option of like toggling it on or off. So it means that they're all on by default out of the box. And this is executor agent too. And if I go back here, I don't see anything happening, and as it comes everything under Docker. So where you just get this 404 not found. So what exactly it is not finding, we have no idea. So it is stuck there, not doing anything meaningful, and this is a bit disappointing that if you go to the GitHub repo, there are a lot of claims there. For example, look at, if you read through this looks like a very good project, but as you can see that it doesn't really work. I have also checked the Docker logs, nothing is really meaningful coming through. Anyway, if you are the creator of this project, let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. Happy to check it out. By the way, I have checked my all API keys, even I have tried it with Google's API keys, same result. It just gets stuck at this orchestrator agent. Anyway, I will still post a video, I want to review it, but this is, I believe, the thing with our AI, that there is a lot of fluff going around in the name of agentic framework, agentic software. So you have to be careful which framework or tool you adopt, and then how you apply it in your production environment, because that is where you are going to be using it for real world use cases. Let me know if there is any framework you guys are using. Happy to cover it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.